All right, it's really windy out today and about 40 degrees, so I had to get a little creative with my filming angle to cut back on the wind noise. At any rate, I'm out here today with my Haiboxing 16890A. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do some speed runs. I have two 2S batteries I'm gonna run. One is the stock 1000 milliamp hour battery that comes with the truck. Another is the Superior 850 milliamp hour battery that I purchased for my Haiboxing boat. Now, while this one's rated 1000 milliamp hours, it only held about 880 milliamp hours from 3.4 volts to a full, whereas the 850 truly held 850 from that same voltage range. Additionally, this battery held almost 90% of its capacity above 3.7 volts per cell, whereas this one only held about 45% of its total capacity from 3.7 volts to a full charge. So in theory, this should perform better if the truck draws enough amps. Additionally, I'm gonna throw in the smallest 3S battery I have. It's not a very strong 3S battery. And my Traxxas Bandit, it's only going about 65 miles an hour, where some of my other batteries are going more like 75 miles an hour. But it's kind of big for this truck, as you can see the size difference here, and it weighs, I think it was about 3 times as much as the stock battery. I do need to get a dedicated GPS. I normally use my cell phone, which works great on my Bandit because it needs the extra weight to keep the nose down. However, the cell phone weighs a ton compared to this truck, and it's on my Christmas wish list. I'm gonna get a GPS. But what I did is I adjusted the springs. I tightened them as much as I could with the adjustability that's offered here on the Haiboxing truck. Really nice shocks for the price point of this truck. So I'm gonna go ahead and zero out this GPS and go ahead and get started. All right, here we go, OEM battery. Still getting used to this truck. I'm used to running 70 plus miles an hour out here, and it's kind of fun doing something different. Okay, the max speed for the OEM battery is 23.4 miles an hour. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and install the Superior 2S battery. Okay, the Superior 850 2S battery is now in here. Okay. Okay, the Superior 850 2S battery basically had the same speed, 23.5. I believe the last one was 23.4. Next up is the Ovonic 3S 2200 milliamp hour battery. Now for the 3S battery, I'm gonna go ahead and just mount it on top of the frame like this, and it should work just fine for testing purposes. In pure ghetto fashion, that's how we do things here at RC Stuff. I have the 3S Ovonic 2200 milliamp hour battery mounted on top of the frame. Now, this thing probably weighs double what it does stock right now, which is not good. The shocks, again, I maxed out the adjustment on it, and it's still not enough. I'm gonna try to keep it away from any gravel or anything, because this car is gonna be running really low. But again, this is just for testing purposes. This is the smallest 3S battery I own, and we'll make it work here in a pinch. Look, there we go. The body's gonna fit just fine. So, can we break the speed limit out here today? I don't know, it's gonna be close. 35 would be excellent. I have no doubt it could do 35 with a higher performance 3S battery. Granted, it might have to be a large one, larger than the stock battery, but I do a lot of battery testing, and I'll put a link in the video description of the recent testing I did where I tested 9 different 3S batteries against one another, and really interesting results, but they're all around 5,000 to 5,500 milliamp hours. And I'm going to start testing some smaller ones that fit in this truck, so stay tuned for that. But we'll go ahead and see if we can hit 35. Okay, let's see what we got. 33.8 miles an hour on 3S. So there we go. Real quick, I'll crunch the numbers and see if 34 miles an hour is equal to 52 kilometers per hour, because that's the claimed top speed of this truck. All right, there we go. The HBX 16890A does meet its claimed top speed with a 3S battery. It just hit 54 kilometers per hour, which is 34 miles an hour. 52 kilometers per hour would be 32 miles an hour. So there we go. Awesome little truck. I'm gonna go run it some more and run this 3S battery down. I think it's gonna be a blast off-road with it, and I really doubt, with the temperatures as cold as they are today, that the ESC even got warm. I mean, just touching it, it doesn't feel warm at all. So there we go. HBX 16890A, awesome little truck. Gonna have a lot of fun modifying this thing, and I'll have to get like a 1000 or you know, a smaller 3S battery to run in this thing that actually fits in the battery compartment and doesn't weigh it down so much. 3S really wakes this truck up nicely. So much more fun than on 2S. Well, I found a weak spot with this HBX truck. That is the body. Really thin. It's unfortunate. Guess I'll have to order a new body for this, seeing as how it's technically my daughter's car and I just smashed it the second time out running it. What are you gonna do?